Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
17,
you kidding me?
a.k.a.
Playoffs?
Finals week. I have both the GMs who came on here last week and predicted themselves to make it here to the finals, and by a large margin, they did. And let's start with our current champion, Tony Velasquez. Welcome in. The opportunity to defend the title in the title game. Not too many GMs have went back-to-back. Let me just say that.
Yeah, what's up, boys? Very happy to be here. Had a lot of haters this year in pre-draft. Almost everybody that came on this when people finally showed up, showed their face, were actual responsible league members and showed up. Talked a little shit. I won't make it. I think Big Mike said it about 20 times.
Big Mike
felt a lot of jealousy.
It was not good. Big Mike said, "There's no way this team makes it.
No way, zero chance."
Came on and said,
"Sounds a lot like a first-round
exit
from one guy." I don't know.
No, there was a dip for you in the season, and we kind of doubted you there. But he said you can't sleep on the champ.
I made moves.
You made moves.
I mean, I traded the number 2 tight end in the league just to solidify the wide receiver roster. Puka Nacua. Hello.
Can't wait to see him tonight.
But I'm excited. I'm excited to play Joe. I think Joe's a great guy.
Yes, that is a great segue, Tony. Joe, who is one of the other members who have gone back-to-back in finals appearances. Welcome in, Joe.
Thank you.
3-time. How are you?
Well, so I want to ask, I just won Dynasty. Am I now considered the 4-time, or is that separate?
Oh, shit.
It's incredible. So, Joe, you are on hallowed ground here. You have the ability to win the Dynasty, which you've already done, and then secure a Sandusky title. That would be a no-no. Nobody's ever done that before. Yeah. A couple of us have done the basketball and the football, which you don't partake there. But this is hallowed ground. I don't even know what we would do if you win, to celebrate you. It's double celebrations. Obviously, the money feels great,
Yeah, you know what? I'll probably just take a jump in the pool or something.
I'll have it ready this time. Trust me.
Get him a patch. Can you get him a patch?
We can definitely do a patch.
I definitely kept the gold jacket this year, so it did not get lost. And so, there we go. A patch. We don't need to go all out for it because, honestly, I don't know. At some point, there's going to be so many patches and rings, just will cost the league too much. So, I'm.
Oh shit!
That's a humble brag, man. I love it.
I'm happy with where I'm at. I have to say, I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy. I'm happy Tony made it to the finals as well. He's definitely a good opponent. So. We're it's gonna be a close one, honestly, from what I'm seeing so far. So, this is great. And my God, whether you want to call me the 4-time or the 5-time, whatever it ends up being.
Joe, we gotta bring this to the table now. I saw Big Mike yesterday, and we had a conversation. And I'll be honest, we both were like, it's not a good thing both these guys are here. Obviously, Joe, you winning another one is just an indictment on the league and just the audacity. It's there's 14 of us. Yeah. Joe is only one person, and he's won more championships than several of these GMs combined. And but then it's Tony's going to go back-to-back. That's really bad, too. We don't want this, just from the outside in. And then we looked at it and had a conversation. Do you have to change the name of the trophy after Joe, the Splendorio trophy? Because he's won so much. And I'm do you have to get to 5 to get that privilege? Because he's already done.
You gotta get to 6. Michael Jordan.
It's 6? Is it? I'm just because I'm already Mike. He's already done the Dynasty, which I think is already good enough to get the name changed on the trophy.
Yeah.
But I would definitely be interested in buying a new trophy, one of the bigger ones. Oh. And then when that day comes, I think we have to have a serious conversation with the league, and maybe go with the Splendorio because you have just dominated.
I mean, honestly, I thought that honor was going to be bestowed on the first person who dies in the league. I
don't want that.
I don't want to jinx that for myself.
No, of course, more of a thought, but no, they were definitely.
Oh, there goes Puka as we're talking. Look at him.
Oh, he's going off. I love it.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. No, there will definitely be an enshrinement for the first one to pass, and we will definitely honor them. And I'm hoping somebody on their side will take the mantle.
I don't know why 20 fucking years from now.
I'm not that old, so
Jesus Christ, we're only in our 30s, guys.
I know. But
Let's go.
I'm sorry.
I did
it's a morbid thought, but I appreciate it, Joe. So yeah, that's something that a conversation we need to have as a league. You might see that this year, and we'll probably get a lot of hate because Joe gets a lot of hate too, Tony.
Oh, I know. Oh, I hear him.
Don't like winners.
So what happens if
got a lot of hate?
Yeah, if I beat Joe, I've only been in this league for.
Yeah,
that'll be my second championship, back to back, and only one away from Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, then
I'm gonna be in Joe territory here. Everyone's gonna hate me. Joe, we can sit by ourselves at the table.
Sounds like fun. You can definitely
make our own table, please, Tyler. Next time.
The winners table. That's right. We got to put it on a pedestal. We got to put it on a pedestal from everyone else. They can sit below us.
You're in Barstools?
Absolutely.
I'll put you in Barstools.
We'll take ribeyes. They get burgers.
That's right. Call your uncle. Call your uncle back up.
Yeah, have him come through. No, that's oh my god. No, I try to honor our champions. I really do think it matters. It is not easy to win in this league for the guys who have won, myself included. Earning this gold jacket means a lot. People like to poo-poo on Piani's championship, took advantage of a lot of young, inexperienced GMs, but you win in my book, and I will honor that, definitely. Let's go ahead and bring up the bracket here, boys. Bear with me. Here we are, boys, the final two. And this is a shocker here. The 8th seed versus the 10th seed.
Wow. Last seed, huh?
Unbelievable. We will have another Wildcard Champion. That also needs to be acknowledged. You both started
the
Wildcard round.
Yay!
Let's go.
Downs hates to hear it.
We were both 500 the year.
6 and 7 clubs. Let's go.
It's just unbelievable.
Just get there. We just got to get there.
You had to win an extra one to get to the belt. It really is sweeter, this championship. It's going to be sweeter. Downs will tell you. But now it doesn't feel so special for Downs. He did have a remarkable season. I won't ever doubt that. He put up 220 in a week, which I don't think will ever be topped. But wow, 8th and the 10th, it's unbelievable. Guys like Mikey and Xavier who dominated for the most of the year to lose out, and then they're putting up big points. I think I'm playing Xavier this week. They're putting up big points right now. But
what was that second name?
Xavier.
Oh.
And we can't even, and then Joe, we can't even talk about Nate, right? Nate's just like he's non-existent in the postseason.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's like A-Rod or something. I don't know.
Yeah. No, you can't bring him up.
But no, honestly, I do feel bad that I knocked him out. I'm not even kidding you, because he does deserve to win it.
Who, Xavier?
Sooner than later, absolutely. Oh yeah, and he had a great game.
Kidding. That he's such a good dude. I fucking told Tyler this already. I hate that he's my rival.
Yeah,
Big fan of Xavier.
Hard.
Hate that I have to do this to him.
Yeah, it's easier with me and Nate, that's for sure. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I love it. Well, yeah, boys.
I like all the guys.
Say here, congratulations, another championship appearance for the both of you. Let's recap last week.
Woo, let's do it.
Here we are, the semifinals. Joe, we'll start with you. Playing against Matt.
So here's what I'll say. I went out on a limb last week, and normally, I really have to kind of go with what I guess what the predictions are telling me, or projections, or just like go with your guys, right? You go with the guys that have gotten you there. And I threw it all on a limb last week, and you can look at the bench and see what I'm talking about. I was looking at like I benched. When I saw that Caleb got 20 points, I'm like, man, was that a mistake for starting Richardson? And then I benched Ladd, and I got to be honest, it was kind of funny that, I benched Ladd in place of DK, and they both got the same number. So I was like, okay,
what the hell?
That's a wash. I'll take that.
How does that happen?
But the big one, and I was the most confident about this, and man, look at that, 19 points. I started Green Bay defense over the Broncos, which are the number 1 ranked defense in the league, and that was the difference between winning and losing, guys. So, I'm very, very, I guess, proud, if you can be proud about something like this.
Be proud.
I was thrilled, and then, man, another good game for Chase, Jamar, and it worked out. But no, dude, I mean, Matt could easily be in the finals right now if I had just gone with what the stats say, right? Number 1 defense in the league. Why not? But no, I'm glad I picked up a backup defense this year. It made the difference. Now I'm in the finals. So,
incredible.
Love it. Good play, especially against New Orleans. It was the right play.
Yeah. Oh my God, and they blanked him. That was the wild part to me.
Yeah.
Incredible performance. And then great decision by you, Spencer Rattler starting, getting hurt in that game. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the difference between championships. Winning a championship is making decisions like that, and the reason why you've won 3 of them, been to 4, now your 5th championship. It's incredible stuff. Really, and a testament to your fantasy prowess. Fantastic.
It's in my repertoire. Can't put it on my resume, but I should be able to.
You should. Absolutely. Oh, I know you got to talk about it, right? It's got to come up in conversation. Like I play in a 15-man league.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do it.
Do you want to talk about Matt for a sec?
Yeah, let's give Matt his flowers, because Matt on draft day.
Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar. Lamar is the #1 quarterback in fantasy. But Matt on draft day, we all looked at his draft. I remember we looking at it, and I kind of was like, man, I don't think it's that great. I said he's got a lot of flyers or risks. This was the guy who took Rashid Shaheed. A lot of these guys are no longer on his team. Zach Ertz was performed for him. He took both of the backfield. He took the entire backfield for the Tennessee Titans, and it all worked out for him. I just was very impressed by his season. He also took a couple L's in the middle of the season and kind of persevered and came back and won. I think he was with Alvin Kamara really did a lot of work for him this year.
Right.
That hurt for this game.
He could have used him today or last week, excuse me. Last week. But no, I am a big fan of Matt and what he did this year, and he has a real good shot at getting 3rd place. So
I would agree.
You're still in the money here, even though you lost in the semis. You're still in the money.
All right,
Tony.
Woo! That was close.
Real close.
Let me tell you how close, Joe.
Please.
I fucking put my phone away at halftime of that. Was it Sunday, Monday night game, whatever?
Yeah,
the Green Bay game.
Yeah.
Because I had a couple goose eggs, and I was fucking. I'm gonna watch this depressing ass movie, and that's exactly what I was doing.
Really upset about the non-McMillan start, right? You were like, I didn't start McMillan.
That's where I was pissed. I was like, I should have. If just him would have won me the game, it didn't matter what would have happened with the tight end. I was down 12, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Man, after half, I should have started McMillan, but
I shot Tony a text.
I thought you had him in the lineup when we spoke last week.
He did.
I did.
I did. Tony's in Green Bay right now.
Right, Tyler?
Yeah. Second guessing here.
Tony's literally living in Green Bay right now, so it's hard with look at these. I mean, these influences on him.
This shit only says starter. Yeah, I'm not doing it this week. Just so you know.
I sent Tony.
It's not gonna be a last second switch.
It was like a bomb catch by Reed, and I was like, "You're alive!" And then he won, and ultimately, and just celebrated. It was awesome. It was a really awesome phone call. Sucks for Danny.
Yeah.
I'll speak on Danny real quick. I reached out to him.
It doesn't suck. Don't do that. It does not suck for someone that doesn't show up to the league for anything.
Danny, we spoke, and Danny had mentioned that he's like, you know what? I'm kind of surprised by how far I went this year. He's like, I'll be completely honest. I have not been as involved that I was in past years. A lot of things have hit him in life, and he's like, I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of what we did here. Shout out to Tony. That's what he told me.
Joe Burrow, I gotta say, Joe Burrow carried him.
I still don't take back what I said.
No,
that was a great pickup.
Joe Burrow, amazing draft pick. Amazing draft pick.
Because that was tough to know.
I do hope he's okay.
Remember Joe Burrow for the year with the wrist thing? Do you remember that? You guys remember that?
I do.
He couldn't feel his hand, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't he not feel his hand?
He said he couldn't grip a football for a second, and I was like, was that real? Is that a real rumor? And I stayed away.
You see, what is it? Today was the 8th game in a row. Yeah. He's had 250 plus yards or 3+ touchdowns. It's the record. Incredible.
Yeah, Joe Burrow has been on fire. Had his team been a little bit better, I think he'd be an MVP candidate.
Yeah, for sure. If they was an 8-8 or whatever they're going to be.
But yeah, to piggyback what Tony said, best to Danny as well, obviously.
Yeah, whatever's going on there.
We'll see it. We'll see him back next year, and
hell yeah.
Hopefully better results for him. But he's got to be happy. Yeah, he's playing for money here. He's playing for money. Well,
playing for 3rd.
Let's transition. I know these games are live right now. We're a little late here filming on Saturday, but let's go to it.
Yeah, I got my eyes on them right now.
And we'll start with the 3rd place game.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Like you predict, or like you told here, Joe. Look at 38.98 out of Burrow today.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Keeping their playoff hopes alive, by the way, the Cincinnati Bengals. There's a lot of things that happen, but they are still in the hunt.
You see. Oh, yeah.
All you got to do is win. Take care of yourself, and then see what happens.
Guys, that might be enough to propel him to third place. I'm going to be honest.
It might.
I think Danny's is playing for free this year.
What's that Alvin Kamara doing in the starting lineup? He's out.
Oh, should we call him?
Pollard's out? Pollard's out right now?
Should we call Matt?
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I have...
I thought Pollard was playing.
I thought Pollard was playing. I'm seeing out on the fly.
You better switch up your...
live.
You got.
You guys start Isaac Garendo or Tajay Spears with this news?
Well, it's Spears now.
Spears 100% with that Pollard out.
Yeah.
Oh, you confirm? You concur here?
Well, he's already in the lineup, so I don't. Oh.
For me, this is for me. Sorry, I'm in the championship toilet leagues.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Got me out.
It's Spears.
It's Spears, 100%. Okay, over Garendo. Okay. Back to this. That's some major news here. So what is Matt gonna do? Jalen Warren's already played.
Yeah, you know what he's got to do? He's got to pick up some guy who's playing on Sunday. That's what he's got to do.
Oh, that's brutal.
Sunday night.
No, there's nobody out there.
Well, anywhere. I mean, just any running back. Period.
Maybe the third string.
You never know.
Tennessee.
Even if he gets 5 points, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you got to get something here, Matt.
Got to get a couple. Yeah. Damn, that sucks.
And I hear Devontae Adams is going to play, but there's injuries with him too, injury concerns.
Okay.
But he has Pierce there if he needs to go, or David Moore. But wow, this one looks a little wrapped. It looks like Danny's playing for free. All right, our championship matchup.
Oh my.
Here we are. Joe already ahead here. Had some players go obviously today. That lad McConkey, huh?
Yeah. Hey man. Long term, I think Mike has him in Dynasty. That's
he's great.
Hell of a player. And a nice turnaround too for them drafting Quentin Johnson last year.
Yeah.
He's really been unreliable and just drops too much. So this guy's, sure-handed. Honestly, you know what? He kind of reminds me a little bit of Keenan Allen, right? Isn't he more of a slot guy?
Yes. He works really quick. Chris Sprouts, I think he'll get better too, obviously. I mean, he's so young.
Yeah. Or Chase Brown, you mean?
Where are you going in draft next year? Do you think Ladd's a third rounder? The number one in the offense for the Chargers, I think he's going to be kind of high, maybe fourth.
You know what? There might be somebody.
Third sounds right.
Named Big Mike who might take him second round. So
we might have to wear the
Big Mike's taking him first round with the first overall.
Lad
McConkey. What the?
No, he's hey, that was the throwaway. Like, I mean, that was my backup, like on the bench, But I started him over DK most of the way, and definitely has proved dividends. So,
Great player,
great pick. And then, I'm kind of sitting. I feel like I'm doing pretty well this week.
Yeah, you're above expectations here, looking.
But I have an injury at quarterback, and Caleb's already played, and I knew Caleb wouldn't probably do very well, just with how the Bears have played. So, no issue with not starting him. Or maybe I already dropped him. Who knows? But
you dropped him.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. But I picked up. I've got between Bryce Young and Michael Penix, and I'm like, hey, I love my IU guys. Michael Penix was at IU for a year or two, so
yeah, before going to Washington, yeah.
But
motherfucker.
But yeah, I maybe Bryce Young has a bigger, I guess, floor. But you know what, I'm ready to make some fireworks here. So we'll see what happens, but I'm open to it. And there we go, another Jamar game, another 2020. He's got 20.
It wouldn't be the first time you've won with a, I guess, subpar quarterback. If you remember, Ryan Tannehill took a championship home for you.
Oh shit.
2 years in a row, I was first and second with Ryan Tannehill as my QB, man. So
amazing.
He drove, him and
great
AJ,
guy.
That was a good matchup for about 2 years. Him and AJ Brown, that was fun. That was fun to watch. But anyway,
we can go for days on your championship runs, right, Joe? We can go back.
I guess I'd be the only one interested. Maybe me and you, Tyler, but that's about it.
I hear you. Tony, on your side, Puka obviously going right now. It's still early in the game here.
Yeah, their second drive's happening right now. I'm watching it. I don't know. It's gonna be tough for me. I'm just hoping obviously Josh Allen's gonna get more than 11.
Yeah.
Hopefully James Conner's okay here.
And the Jets I think the Jets have nailed him, so I would say at least 20 for Josh.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think he's gonna rip them apart.
I was feeling all right? I'm like, oh yeah, I got Puka. He'll probably put up a big game. He just missed him on a big throw there. James Conner will probably do good. Rico Dowdle's due for a big game. I was feeling all right, even though you scored that much, until I saw that you fucking started Michael Penix Jr. and he's ripped my heart out last year. And if I watch him Sunday fucking night, rip my heart out again, he will be public enemy number 1 for the rest of my life.
All right, so because you have who did Washington beat in the?
I'm a massive Texas Longhorns fan.
Gotcha.
Massive. That's probably maybe my number 1 sports team.
Yeah.
Them are the Cubs. Yeah.
Okay.
No doubt. That would just be bitter. Oh my God, Tony, that would be so brutal.
I would be if my guys show up, we play great Sunday, we're right there, maybe a good lead, and then fucking Michael Penix Jr. Sunday night just fucking drops a 20-30 banger on me, and I'm like, okay, you motherfucker.
He might.
Shit. He might. I watched that motherfucker throw dimes against Texas, and I'm very nervous about it.
So you're drafting. Are you drafting?
I was hoping you'd go on Bryce Young.
Are you drafting Ewers or Evers from Texas next year?
No, I hope Quinn Ewers fucking tears his fucking ACL before these next few games start.
Oh, jeez.
He's a big Archie Manning fan.
I'm a big Arch guy.
Draft though, he's going into the draft. So
no, hell no. No.
Arch is doing another year, right?
No, I'm talking about.
Ewers. Yeah, Ewers.
Yeah, he's going.
You think he's going to go in our first? I can't wait to get to the Dynasty minute here. We'll get to the Dynasty at the end, but I'm just so curious, where is he going to go in our draft?
That'd be fun.
I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah.
Quinn won't be on my team. I can guarantee that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Tony feels secure at quarterback. He's got Patrick Mahomes.
Good. And Bo Nix.
Oh, Bo Nix is great.
He's done well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, good luck to the both of you. I guess we can bounce out of here and then go full screen again, and we can talk a little bit about the Dynasty. We got to congratulate you, Joe. What a season. All right, we're here for the Dynasty Minute.
I got our draft order. I'm sorry.
I do have the draft order. I'll show it on the screen in just a moment, Tony. It's pretty exciting. I'm actually third.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty ecstatic about that. Championship teams right here, boys. We're looking at Joe's team.
You're not even showing my second best player. There we go.
There he is down here. Without Christian McCaffrey, won a championship. Didn't need him.
No.
Didn't need David. Went and got David late in the season. Didn't need him.
No. Who else do I got down there who's hurt?
Eckler.
Oh, I didn't even start Scary Terry in the finals.
Didn't even start Terry. Didn't need him.
No, not at all. No,
Watson was hurt this year. That was one of your quarterbacks.
Yeah, well, I made the trade with Tony for Deshaun. I will say this. Now that the Browns have restructured his contract, I do think he's going to be there for a couple more years.
Yep.
I wouldn't give up on him yet. And again, I'm happy to have him on my bench, even if he doesn't play that much. Obviously, I want him to be successful. But he really does have a ton of talent. I just want sexual sensei. Yeah. He
does got tons of talent.
Yeah, but I hope he figures it out. I understand what kind of guy he is, but also, come on, this is football. This is sports, and you're never supposed to meet your heroes. That's what they say.
Yeah,
that's what they say.
That's really good advice.
But I want to meet him at the parlor.
Oh,
don't tell your wife.
Yeah.
But I will say this: so having Lamar and having Baker as basically 1-2 in terms of total points for QBs was amazing, and then. At least I think he was 2. I don't know. Oh, he was 5. Okay.
5 in our half-point PPR version, yeah, but still amazing. And then we can go. Yeah, I like where you're going here. I'll bring these up. I mean, Lamar dominated this year.
Yeah. Oh my God, Lamar was stunning. And then
he was number 1, right?
Yeah, number 1 right there on the screen.
Yep.
Very happy to have him, especially again in a league where he's coming back on my team next year. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, then also with Chase Brown coming out, and then I went out on the limb and picked up Saquon at the start with all those injuries. And man,
Chase Brown's ankle. Sorry, Joe. It was an ankle, not a knee, so that's good.
it was an ankle. Okay, well then.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine. Yeah, you took him in the 4th round, Joe.
Yeah, you know what? I knew I had to get. I knew if because of his name recognition that it was gonna. I'd have to pick him up earlier than I maybe wanted to. But that O-line, hey, listen, that O-line made DeAndre Swift look like a stud last year. So I'm just telling you, that alone, is something to kind of think about. That Philly knows what they're doing. They invest in the O-line year after year after year. Think of Lane Johnson.
Yep.
And they just understand that, hey, when the O-line's good, that's what makes you go. And I wish the Bears would listen to that.
I think we're the 3rd or 2nd lowest in pay, or might be dead last in paying the O-line. Just I agree with you, Joe. And then I gotta just shout this out.
That looks right.
Saquon has the opportunity to break Eric Dickerson's record. Of course, Eric Dickerson did it in less games, but incredible.
Yeah. No, unbelievable. And again, it just shows the difference too between organizations. Just kind of like what I was talking about with the Bears. You go from the Giants to the Eagles. It's just different. Dalton Kincaid was a big disappointment, but again, with all the depth that I had,
he'll be all right.
Tucker Kraft coming on. That was kind of a late round pick for me. So. Yeah, very, very pleased. I think I've got a good future. I will say this, for anybody listening, if they are, I'm looking for a wide receiver next year. So if you are looking to get maybe, trade away some draft picks for some capital, let me know, because I've got some older wide receivers and I'm looking to run it back. So, give me a shout out. There you go. Hey,
I'll send you a receiver.
Give me a call.
I got a lot of. We'll talk. Our offices will talk. I'd love to talk to the champ. That sounds great.
Hey, there you go. But a fun year, and hey, by the way, shout out to Jesse.
Yes.
Jesse's not in. I don't know if he was ever in our yearly league. So
never.
Yeah. So no, good for him. Hey, first time coming on and doing as well as he did, and he got some money out of it too. And
yes.
Obviously, he's set up. If he came in second in his first year, he's set up for a bright future. So good for him.
Cousin Jesse, not new to fantasy. He's been doing fantasy for a long time.
Oh, wait, Chase, too.
First time dynasty, like many of us. Very, his draft. If you go back, he picked a quarterback early. Kind of waited. Took players. I think you had the same strategy, right, Joe? To a certain extent, obviously outside of Lamar.
I'll tell you the truth, guys. I'm not kidding you. I've never done Dynasty before, and I didn't know what and this is how my life works. So don't judge me. But the Superflex, I didn't know that included a quarterback. I didn't know what that meant. And then Nate talked to me, and he's like, they were just screwing with me, right? And then Baker was right there, and I'm like, dude, Baker was great last year. So I picked up Baker, and truthfully, again, he was the 5th best QB. So yeah, I didn't understand all the rules going in. Kind of got lucky on that, but I knew, again, I didn't know to the degree too that quarterbacks are that's what you want to draft, first overall. So I started looking, at everyone drafting QBs, and I'm like, oh, I better take Lamar. Everyone's taking a QB. So
yeah, you read the room, and right. Shout out to you, Joe. Came in not 100% sure on the rules, wins a championship. Amazing.
He's our champ. How about that?
On the right of the screen is our draft order for next year. Obviously, 113, I believe, is going to go to Chris Piani. I think he won the toilet bowl. I don't have it on the screen here, boys. I apologize. I wish I could show last year's results. It's on our app. It's on the phone, so if you want to go look at it, you definitely can. But pick 113 is going to go to Piani. That is a tradable asset. So if you are looking to move up, I'm sure Piani's might want to keep the pick.
And Mike has 4 draft picks, right?
Mike has your pick here at 12. I think he has Jesse's pick at 11.
Okay.
And then is it Dave's or yours, Tony? He has your pick.
He might have mine.
I think, yeah, maybe. And then he obviously has 1.
Well, I think I traded. So the one that Joe gave me, I think I traded it to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for James Conner, actually.
Oh wow, nice.
So that's our draft order. Of course, Mike has 4 of these picks, which is incredible. I think Ryan has a couple seconds.
Okay.
And of course Matt's included in that. They are co-GMs. But yeah, now I'm looking at 3, which I'm pretty excited for. I'm hoping somebody falls to me. You know,
where are you at? Oh, 3.
3.
Someone.
Can you believe I made it to the I guess the semis, and I obviously got obliterated because my team's not very good. But I didn't put up a lot of points this year, but I won. I kind of got lucky. My season, we can bring my team up here since we're talking.
Yeah.
I thought we were pretty good at times. I'm very weak at running back, obviously. Swift, Hunt did a lot of carrying the load for me this year. But if you look down here, it's Amir White, not very great.
Okay. Well, then you're looking running back at 3, aren't you?
I'm looking running back at 3, 100%.
It's a very, very low offensive player draft for sure this year.
Too. Yes.
Yeah. Mike was saying that he's like, the year I go in on all the picks, and he's like, it's not them. I was like, well, you never know.
2026 is the year for, if you want, at least compared to this year, it's going to be significantly better. But I will
be able to get Archie Manning.
Right. I will say this though, Tyler. I mean,
he's staying there for 2 more years. Take it easy.
Okay.
I will say this though, Tyler. I mean, what about like you've got Sanders falls to you, or Cam Ward falls to you? I mean, how do you say no?
I know. I think
you go Sanders, right?
Probably.
But, yeah, I'd probably go Sanders because of just the explosive with the legs and stuff. But and of course the Deion stuff's fun. I'm doing great at quarterback, right? Hurts, Purdy, May, doing pretty good at quarterback. But like you're right, you can't deny the talent. That's a generational talent.
And then you trade one of your QBs for a running back. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's so much, and that's the beautiful thing about this Dynasty League is, and I'm mad we didn't do this sooner, is just like the flexibility you can do in an off season or even during the season it's incredible.
Oh yeah.
Like how deep you can go. And I'm with you, Joe. We kind of spoke about it earlier in the episode. I think before we started about like, there's only so many roster spots available, and of course we're gonna have a taxi squad, and they're only on there for 1 year, so 2 of these hypothetical 5 draft picks are gonna go on that taxi squad.
Right.
But the guys that come off your taxi squad, what are you doing with those? You dropping those guys? So it's like, do we continue with 5? I'm gonna obviously I'll post a questionnaire separate from the Sandusky questionnaires. I know you guys love these freaking questionnaires, but we'll kind of have a conversation about it, decide if we want to move, maybe lowering that number. I don't think NBA would be upset if we didn't have 5 draft picks next year. Like nobody's 5th got traded. I'll be honest with you, and I think it's kind of a throwaway pick. But like, do we go to 4? Do we go to 3? These are just conversations, and we're gonna fill it out, of course, over time. And make
you up the taxi squad?
We could up the taxi squad to 3 members. That's not a bad idea, Tony. So that's what I'm saying. We gotta have a forum and have a conversation. Yeah, I really like the Dynasty dynamic. I think it's been a lot of fun. I think the teams that won deserve to win. They have really good teams, really good players. I didn't feel anything like out of the ordinary here. And then obviously look like a team like Mike's where they're rebuilding. Same with like Piani. He traded away some assets. Yeah. I like this a lot, and I'm really excited. I think there's a lot we can do here and maybe make some changes to even improve it. I mean, we made a lot of changes in the Sandusky League, right? That league's seen so many revisions, and I love where we're at in that league, right?
Yeah. I will say my thought on this is, again, obviously, I don't think you should change the draft for this coming year because, people have made trades.
Yep.
But I would say maybe remove the 5th round pick because I don't think it's going to make any sense.
Yeah.
I don't think there'll be anybody worth even taking. And then add a 3rd taxi squad player.
I like that a lot.
I like that a lot. And then, the taxi squad player is only there for 1 year. It's only for rookies.
Right.
So, you can't really stash them there. I completely agree with you, Joe. I think it's a conversation we're going to bring to the fold, and we'll have that. And then
the first revision that might pass that I've brought up. So
yeah, I know, right? You're trying to get rid of kickers.
I like that.
Joe's trying to get rid of kickers.
No, can we add
Brandon
defense?
Aubrey.
Oh God, please.
Be my guy, Brandon Aubrey.
I might quit if you bring in kickers to the Dynasty League.
No, I know you were so excited. You were like, no kickers, sign me up. Like, I know.
Yeah.
Let's add defense.
No, because I like where we're at with the rosters. I think they're kind of like built perfectly. The Superflex has been really fun.
I love Superflex. What a great ad.
You can start 2 quarterbacks, right? You could put any player in that spot, but
yeah,
I just think it's just so advantageous to like have a depth. Like your 3rd quarterback should matter on your team, which I like.
I think in the 3rd place game I didn't have 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, see. and it worked out for you, right? But
I won,
it's just interesting to see that dynamic. And then the one mess up I would say that I did this year for this league, and I was very upset at myself because we talked about it so intensely, was the fact that we ended a week early in week 16. Why wouldn't I push that back to week 17? We have final, that's like notoriously the last week of the season is week 17 in leagues. So I'm going to make that change just on my own. I'm going to dictate to that one because I don't think anybody's going to be
That's fine.
Because there's so many buys because of this now is Christmas game. This week 14 buys, like that should not affect somebody's playoff berth,
So here's what I'll say to that though in response, and this is just something that's that I've noticed or I just saw like on ESPN or on one of the websites. There are a lot of games now around this time of year. Like there's 3 games in 11 days for certain teams.
Yes.
And I gotta say, there's going to be, and this is our playoff time. There's going to be games like the Bears versus I already forgot who they fought.
Seattle.
In really important championship games where these guys are gassed. Yeah. So that's my concern. And also I just saw Chase Brown. Sorry, I get those confused. Chase Brown has been a workhorse the whole year, never been injured, I think, at all. And all of a sudden tonight he goes down with an ankle injury. So I think to myself, like, hey, the longer that the season goes sometimes, and I get it with the bye weeks, I get that. Like with week 14, I think is the last official bye week.
Yeah.
I get that can screw things up. But maybe
it was a big one, yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, maybe we can find some sort of, I don't know. Maybe it's hard to know, right? Because
we don't know what the NFL season is going to give to us next year.
Not until April, right?
We may see something different.
April, May.
I think a lot of because the NFL has to respect the fantasy circle. That's what's really pushing their sport. You don't think they respect it?
And no, they understand it.
I don't think they give a shit.
But again, let's put it this way: without the NFL, there is no such thing as fantasy football.
True.
Right.
So they can dictate the rules.
Treat their app. Their app is terrible.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yes, that's right.
Can't wait to leave that app. So
yes, right. That's happening, right?
We're gonna see. We're gonna push for it. I believe it is.
We're not gonna switch it.
I am pushing to switch it. It'll be in the questionnaire for sure. Bright and bold letters. And I doubt anybody's gonna. Maybe Nate will be the one to. And I bet his tone has changed since all this scrutiny that we've pushed on.
It's been so bad this year.
It's been 3. I think we count 3 times this year where we've had issues.
At least,
and then we were going into the playoffs and we had issues. But I love this conversation. I think it's great, and maybe we schedule something in the off season, a month out. Maybe I can make this a kind of a virtual conversation instead of just waiting till draft day. Because that's something I feel bad. Like people show up on draft day, like, are there any rule changes?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, and I try to say a week before, guys, no rule change. Or this year was in our redraft league, we went up to safeties up to I think 2 to 4 points, which I think hasn't made a big difference, but just respect the safety a little bit more. Yeah. I don't think it moved the needle too much, but that was something.
I don't even think there's that many this year.
No, there wasn't. But
not many.
I just maybe that's something I can kind of plan, and it's hard to get all those together, but.
Well, I will say this: last year, I know it was a virtual for the whole draft, the whole dynasty draft. Hey, we couldn't get someone on, people on for 30 minutes to talk about some rules, a week or 2 before. So, not even 30 minutes. It might even be 20. So we can all, we can make
that.
We can have some fun with it, I'm sure.
I think so, and I'll put up the questions on the screen and we can talk about it. Everybody has a cell phone, that's the easiest part. You just load it up on your cell phone, join the call. It's easy.
Sure.
I'm excited. I'm really excited about next year and the fantasy. Of course, when you lose, that's what you do. You start thinking about next year. You guys are in the moment right now, so not ready to quite leave.
Looking back and forth.
Yeah. No, I'm ecstatic though. Once again, though, Joe, kudos to you on just taking down that league for the first year. And you're right. You have a good shot at least trying again with your current configuration.
Yeah. No, I think I'm trying to think of guys who could even. I don't think Keenan Allen's retiring even. Keenan's 32. Devontae, I think, is 31. Devontae Adams. Yeah, I really think the next 2 years is going to be a real possibility, and people like Danny and Nate are going to hate me even more. So the way it is right now.
Yeah, bring it on. Right.
But again, I will say this, and I didn't get a chance to mention it earlier. People get tired of like the dynasties and in sports winning, but these are billion-dollar franchises, and I have like $1,000 in my bank account.
Yeah.
Just give me a break here.
He's like, I'm competing like the rest of you here.
I'm one of you. Come on, I'm one of you. But you guys
no.
catch up. Let's go.
No, I'll shout you out every time.
It's time. You guys gotta try harder, study more, buy those magazines. They need to sell. So I want to go to the store and see all the fantasy magazines off the shelf, and I'll be like, okay, the guys are listening now.
Primo, Ryan Hannigan had a fantasy magazine, Joe.
I did see that. I remember that.
No, it caught on. I think a couple years ago, pretty hard. Like after you repeat it, I saw like 4 magazines. I was like, whoa, people got magazines now.
What's wrong with the magazines? Why do we hate on them for the magazines? I buy one before I leave. I don't bring it because I do all my studying and I don't want to bring the magazine. But I buy them. I read them.
I don't know.
Taking notes, baby. I like it, Joe. Maybe that's why we're here so much.
Maybe I'm just a reader. Yeah, no, you're a reader too. I don't know. I mean, also, again, there's certain stats that people don't even look at, like offensive line and things like that. Great example, Saquon in the Dynasty League. I think I just said that before. The Giants organization isn't very good. They never had a good O-line. He goes to the best O-line in the league or top 3 or something, and look at him now. So I wish him best of luck on beating Eric Dickerson's record, and hopefully run it back next year with him. But yeah, that can happen. So I mean, but no, there's certain stats I think you'll learn from those things and different. Just like media in general, different sources.
Strength of schedule. I like looking at strength of schedule weekly.
That helps. Oh my God! Actually, a great example would have been if Dak stayed healthy. Dak was not very good this year, and then right before he got hurt, Dallas' schedule the rest of the year was actually really easy.
He would have put up numbers.
He would have put up numbers, and I was like, I was thinking about trading him, and then I looked at the strength of schedule, and I'm like, man, this is like, 4th or 5th easiest in the whole league, and still a CeeDee Lamb, and the backup Rush. They're not starting Trey Lance, by the way.
They're wild.
For Rush, but he's put up. I don't know.
He had some numbers, yeah.
It did okay.
He had a 3-touchdown game. 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Real good game.
So that matters. Again, gotta take your notes, guys. Take some notes.
Buy the books.
I built my own cheat sheet this year, and it worked for me. I thought I had a pretty good year, but no, I appreciate the that's nice of you guys to hand out some gestures to the league to increase their ability to make it to the finals.
Read the books.
It works sometimes for them. I mean, listen, it's not like I'm not going to learn something new in the next year or two that's going to change things for me. So that's all. I'm giving them old information. It's not a lie. But it's outdated information. So
you came on here before and preached that.
Yeah, damn right.
Well, maybe we'll see more magazines. I'll tell you this. I'll put it on the bingo for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll make sure to put it on the bingo. The bingo, I'm running out of ideas for the bingo. I don't know what else I can do to make it spice it up. Danny's too old to be going through tables, so I try to find something new for him this year.
That's okay. Understood. I might, again, if I lose a few pounds, I'm jumping in the pool. So
Joe, that's a great point. So let's talk draft day 2025 real quick. Guys, if it's 80 degrees outside, we're inside. I'm not playing it. I know a lot of these guys I don't want to draft inside. I want to draft. I'm like, well, dude, look, I have air conditioning.
It was hot last year.
It was too hot last year.
Why don't they want to draft inside?
People think they have an advantage when they draft outside.
Oh my God!
How does that make any sense?
I did well that one year. I drafted outside, and I was like, dude. So obviously we'll play it by ear with that, and then that's an easy thing for me because I have a basement. It's I can do 4 tables all the way down, and we can all
plenty of room.
So, that if we see those, I mean, look, if it's 72 outside and it's sunny or not too sunny and we're fine, I got those fans going out there, sure. But if it's 80 degrees, no way. By
the way, that sounds good. But by the way, you got to bring up, we got to keep bringing this up. The 15th year anniversary.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's talk about the 15th year. Absolutely. Before we sign out here. Yeah, so we have 2 years.
Go back before we get into. Let me go back to Dynasty real quick.
Sure.
The year that Arch Manning comes out, everyone and their mother on my team's available. Just so everyone knows, okay?
Patrick Mahomes is available.
Available.
You might not even be the first overall pick, though.
That's fine. Tony will overpay, is what he said.
I will overpay for Arch Manning.
Okay, good to know.
Just so
I hope I have that pick. Well, I know you don't really want to be the first pick. It means everything went wrong. But, anyways, yeah. So let's talk the 15th year reunion. Obviously, we started in 2012. This will be what? This is year 13, right? Next year, year 14. So we're talking 2 years out.
Right.
And we'll have more of a conversation in the league to what we want to do. A lot of guys are thinking all inclusive. Let's not complicate it. Some guys are thinking, let's go rent a cabin somewhere that can seat 14, and maybe we're out in the boonies somewhere, and we all live there, and we each pay whatever it is for the Airbnb. We have a lot of ideas. There's even folks saying Vegas. Like I think all of these are great. I think we at the very least we need to honor our league. 15 years. Start saving now. Like, what's a number? I mean, going around the room, like, obviously, we have to pay $200 to play in this league. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money up front. Then, what are you willing to pay for the 15th year reunion? Instead of 20, that number is going to turn probably into somewhere closer to maybe 300 or 200.
Well, I'll tell you this: if we're doing all inclusive, whether it's the Bahamas or whether it's Cancun, that's $1,000. That's
$1,000.
Yeah.
So be prepared for that. And if it's the cheaper route where we're renting an Airbnb somewhere, we're all living there, it's probably maybe $500 or $400. And
that's going to get close to $1,000 too, though, because then we got to buy food, we got to buy booze, we got to buy
so
gas
maybe
to get up there.
Is the right move.
And this will then, Tyler. This is definitely a conversation for that meeting we'll have maybe a couple weeks before the draft this year. Because listen, man, I was unemployed for a few years, so I mean, I know the pain, when it comes to saving money and stuff like that. So, I can definitely sympathize with people who, who are $1,000. Like, I'm still trying to save up a trip to London, where my uncle lives, for this. So,
exciting.
But I would love to. I would truly love to do an all-inclusive thing. Probably not Vegas in August because
that'll be fucking hot.
Yeah. That doesn't sound that fun. I was in New Orleans like a year or so ago in July 23, and it was 97 degrees with like 95% humidity for 5 days. So it was a nightmare. I was sweating through everything. So but no, I mean, if everyone can afford it, and again, maybe talk with the commish about, if it's like, hey, it's going to be too much, you can be discreet about it and just say, hey, all right, well, I think we're just going to go with a cabin or something. But, I did a cabin thing for my brother's bachelor party in Wisconsin this summer. It was a few $100, maybe total like $300 or $400. So, with food and booze and all that. So, I mean, again, if that's what we decide on, that's fine. I mean, I'd love to do it up and
I've done that too in Wisconsin.
Do something tropical and, have cool girls, wait on us at the beach. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully everyone's in a better financial situation, or, again, hey, it's tough out there for a lot of people. So,
no, I hear you, Joe. And I think it's very doable with 2 years in advance to save. I mean, hell, a year in advance to save is pretty good, but and then we'll get into more details on that, whatever we choose, and whether people just, if it's all inclusive, probably all just meet there. We don't have to fly into.
Yeah, that's right.
But I completely agree with you, and I'm excited. I think we deserve it. 15 years, I think, is a great marker. That's an incredible thing to do, and a lot of you guys have been in this league for more than 10 years, so it's exciting.
Absolutely. Hey, well, guys, I'm gonna probably head out, but
definitely. Hey,
Happy New Year, and Tony, best of luck this
week.
You too,
Joe.
We'll see what happens.
You too, man.
Michael Penix goes off for 50. That would be.
He might. My luck, he will.
Great be that end. I'll be watching tomorrow, but guys. Hopefully, I'll see you guys soon, and especially with Tyler, you're somewhat in the area. Let's try and get together.
Absolutely.
Hey,
happy holidays.
Just real quick, Joe, before you leave, the draft's coming up. I don't know if you have any type of interest of coming to the draft because it's not that far away. My space is always open for whoever. This is for anyone, but whoever makes it up to Green Bay for the draft in April, My space is open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Green Bay is they're hosting the draft this year.
We're hosting.
Oh,
We actually
wow,
ESPN's staying at my hotel. And with
God.
the thing, we actually have like our own little booth at the draft to watch from too, and I can bring guests. So whoever,
Oh wow!
this goes to
God.
anyone
Oh,
else.
yes, this is incredible.
Tony, sign me up right now. No,
Yeah.
okay. Lost like on Monday.
Seriously, yeah, let me know, man.
That's
Just
great.
let me know. Whoever, anyone in the league.
You know the Bears will be they'll be present there. So.
Oh yeah, it'll be a good
Oh my
time.
God, yeah, that sounds great. As a Bears fan in Green Bay, that sounds wild. And
They're not bad. They're really friendly people, so it hasn't been bad.
We'd get on TV definitely if we're Bears fans there. They'll be like,
Oh,
oh, Bears fans never win.
And we'll be sitting in the ESPN booth if you come.
Oh my God. Wow, I'd love to. No,
I love that. Yeah, that's open to the whole league. I appreciate that, Tony. Yeah, well, that's something we got to bring up too. I'll throw that in the questionnaire. I'm really excited. Next year's going to be good luck to you guys here finishing out, coming in the new year. Somebody will become champion, and then next year, big things planned. I love it.
Let's do it. Oh my God, yeah. No, it sounds like we're off to a great start. So,
all right. Well, that'll wrap it up here for Second Take. I'm sure we'll get one of you back for a little congratulations video before we're all out. We'll do that for sure, right? One of you guys will come on, and we'll shout out the champ. I mean, we did it last year for Tony, so. But anyways, best of luck to you two, and obviously our third place contestants. Happy holidays.
happy holidays. Best of luck, guys.